PC radio show. We have the, I'm not even going to say, I wanted to say two blind mice, but we got Shelly Show Williams, we got DJ Kid Disco, of course, and we have our special guest today, Soul from the O. That is Oakland for those of you who don't know. And we are going to dive on in as soon as we have our break. So we'll see you guys in a few minutes.
I ain't gonna let that go. I'm not gonna let
What?
that go. I get a chance to throw shade. I ain't gonna let that go. You got two fine folks here. You know what I mean? One is self-admitting and one in the dark. One of these kids is doing their own thing.
But if I don't have to look at anything, you can't tell I can't see. Like, if I don't got to push no buttons, you can't tell, right?
See, you snitching on, you dry snitching on yourself, because I ain't even saying no name.
Well, clearly, Cinda has her glasses on.
Clearly.
Well, that don't mean it had to be dry snitching. Give her some water.
But I'm still going to tag you, so if you see me, I'm still going to be sitting here tagging you on
please
Facebook,
do.
squinting. I'm going to squint and tag.
That's okay. You look cute. You look cute.
Thank you. Thank you. See, he's a hater.
WGFB-FM radio.
So are you ready?
How it used to be. Something for everyone. 24/7, 365.
Taking a family of 5 to the amusement.
All right.
Facebook in the building.
Yeah, you know the deal. So, so from the O, we get cut off if we play commercials on Facebook. So Facebook gets to hang with us during the commercials. Man. So how's everybody?
Excellent.
You guys, let me see. I haven't got notification yet.
So I didn't push save yet. It's taking me a little longer because I can't see.
So
I'm doing my very best.
We need to say anything to Facebook now.
No, you're on Facebook. It's on.
Oh,
it's most certainly on. I'm just trying to tag you. Yes, you are on Facebook. I'm watching you.
Oh, let me put my little nuts of. I have mine.
Now you are tagged.
Okay, thank you. There, I see it too. Came right on it. Yeah, so Facebook, how you guys doing? How's everybody doing with this fall beautiful? Hey, Malik. Hi, James. Malik says, greetings, crew.
Malik,
congratulations to my brother Soul.
Hey, what's up, Malik?
Hey.
So it must be Malik Truth.
Malik Ishmael.
Oh, Ishmael. Okay.
Mm-hmm. He's the one who brought Soul to my attention. Thank you so much. Yes, Malik been helping me out and sending some great folks my way. Malik came on to the Melanated Morning Show. That's when we met. But good peoples, very supportive. I love.
Yeah, I remember when he was commenting and chiming in. Then all of a sudden he came on. I was like, oh, so decent.
Yeah, Malik Truth, completely different vibe. We'll hear from him like 15 more minutes into the show, or in another 40 minutes he'll call in. Malik Truth in the house.
Malik Truth is listening and watching.
Y'all heard how's the weather down in Florida? Is it still cool? Are people not getting that hurricane or whatever? Y'all heard?
I know they were dealing with the hurricane.
Yeah, it's mostly the folks on the west side of Florida. So all the folks on the east side are generally not affected. But I think the west side is like Tampa, that side. So
okay.
Well, it's crazy.
Yeah, I was nervous traveling down. I was like, oh no, I'm going near that Gulf of Mexico. Please let me be okay.
Right.
But we didn't have any problems. Matter of fact, it is freaking beautiful.
Wait a minute. You drove?
No.
Oh.
No. I just didn't know where the hurricane was going to go.
Oh, okay.
And this place is known for hurricanes. So
yeah.
Facts. You believe that's true, right?
Mm-hmm.
Very known for hurricanes.
Very known for hurricanes. So, but it's perfect weather. It's not too hot. It's not too cold. There's no humidity. Because my experience has always been tons of humidity here, you know. But it's not like that. So I'm very happy. Happy birthday. How is it in Jersey, James? Malik, you're in Atlanta, right? How's it in Atlanta? No, it's good. It's fine. Oh no, I look good. Thank y'all. Yeah. So anyway, Facebook. It's perfect. It's perfect. It's my favorite time of year. Hot, index down, heat index, all that. Atlanta is nice, he says. And Jersey is beautiful. So it's beautiful everywhere. Yeah. I think it's okay for Shelly and we were just trying to like make up stuff to talk about in this Facebook breaks because it's like I don't want to leave anything out for the radio,
Right.
I
Yeah.
don't want to leave the radio out, so I don't say too much of importance. And it's
Right.
like, so your hair, it's so lovely. I wouldn't say that to you, so.
I know. I don't
Maybe
have.
your beard. Your beard is so lovely.
Thank you. I've been working on it. I got it on layaway, so
So did you shave your head because you just like that look, or because you were starting to lose it?
Well, when I was 19, I started to lose it. I had the cowlicks, and so then at a certain point, I was like, I just give up the ghost.
Yeah.
Shave it all off.
If you got a good head, which you do.
Yeah, it got a little hood.
Yeah, you got a nice head. Some folks, man, their head is like, get a wig, get a toupee, do something else, because bald ain't working for you, brother.
I'm telling you. That's why I feel like the women, y'all have the advantage, because y'all can rock the wigs. Though they got those glue on.
PPC, yeah. PPC, CPC, yeah. Joining so we can grow together. Conversation, get that healing. Let them know what they're missing. Share with your best friend. Tell them come hear this, yeah. Don't you dare miss your blessings. Powerful lessons, true confessions, yeah. PPC, yeah. A powerful tool for you. PPC, yeah. A powerful tool for you and me. PPC,
Welcome to the PPC Radio Show. We have Shelly Williams, DJ Kid Disco, is with us today. He found his way back to the show. And then we have Soul from the Thank you so much for coming today. So, Malik Ishmael said that he has a Keith Sweat flathead. So during the break, Facebook was with us. We were talking about why a man might choose to shave his head, and how some men don't have the right shape head to shave it, and they should just find another way to deal with loss of hair. And so now we know.
What's another way to deal with a loss of hair? What's another way?
There really is no other way. Me personally, first of all, I got the wrinkle. You ever seen Terry Crews? Like, I got the wrinkle syndrome. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's first of all. Second of all, my mama always said you gotta play with the uniform you was issued. So whatever in the uniform you was issued, you gotta run with that. Not to mention, if my hair grows, I look like Lionel Jefferson, the first Lionel, the original Lionel. Remember how Lionel Joel was flat?
So when you gonna cut it all off? I mean, since we're talking about it, it's been a question I have always wanted to ask you. So when you gonna cut it all off? Because it's time.
Cut what all off?
All your hair.
That ain't gonna happen. I just told you what was going on. We not doing that.
He's going with what he was given.
Yeah.
Right. That's what's up. You look good. God is good.
Yeah, I'm not walking. I'm already a weirdo. I'm not gonna put a weirdo sign on my neck, like, bro. Like, you got to get to know me to find out I'm a weirdo. I'm not just going to advertise it.
Man, they can look at you and tell you weirdo. I'm just playing. Joking.
I think
Joking.
everybody does
And
some
you've been my
weirdo
friend
stuff.
for 12 years, so what does that say for you?
I know it, right? So I'm just as weird as you are, right?
And you hired me. What does that say for
Listen,
you?
listen, I hide my weirdness very well. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. All right, y'all. So let's start on in. We got a segment so that Shelly Shell runs. Let's do it, girl.
Okay.
All right, are you ready? I mean, you gotta be ready, man. You gotta be ready. So, true confessions. It's time for true confessions. You have to give us a true confession. It could be deep, it could be personal, whatever it is, but we gotta follow suit. So whatever you come up with, we gotta follow suit and tell our true confession. So are you ready? Oh, let's get it. Let's get it. Oh, I'm doing a show.
So yeah, true confessions. Did you want to ask, or you just want me to think of something?
Oh, you got to pick a topic. You pick your true confession, and we have to follow suit. I knew you wouldn't get it. You said you was ready. You said you was ready.
I did say I was ready. But this,
you see the look on his face, like he had this look like,
he's like, oh no, man.
So I gotta confess something, and y'all gotta follow suit.
And then we gotta follow suit. So if you say that you jumped off the bridge naked, then we gotta come up and tell our story if we jumped off the bridge naked. Not that that's a good story, but
well, I didn't jump, but I was naked. But that's a whole nother story. Anyway.
Y'all, this is really gonna stump me, and y'all stumping somebody who likes to talk too. But
we like to stump somebody.
I've learned to put my secrets in compartments in multiple locks and safes, so I have to go rummaging through the
No, so it does not have to be anything serious. We've had people talk some really like they'll eat some weird food or some shit like that. So it don't have to be deep.
Oh, got you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It ain't gotta be nothing deep. Like, you used to have a crush on Betty and Veronica, or I don't know.
Right. All right. No, fair enough. Okay. So, true confession. We can start off with this one if it isn't juicy enough, right? But about 10 years ago, I went vegetarian. I saw a documentary, Forks Over Knives. I knew some of my people had health problems, so I was like, I'm gonna go vegetarian. So I've been vegetarian. But true story, one time I went to the burrito shop, got a vegetarian burrito, and they had some chicken in it. I just went ahead and ate it. I just went ahead and ate, and I know all my vegetarian vegan friends are probably, rolling their eyes hard or what have you. And the thing that I find interesting is that I don't have a problem being vegetarian, but the one thing that I miss is sushi. For whatever reason, fish, catfish, salmon, I just be like, oh man. And I always tell my friends that like, if a meteor is coming to the earth or I got 6 weeks to live, you gonna find me at the sushi restaurant, throwing down. So that's my true confession. Which y'all
That's
think?
good enough.
Yeah.
That's good enough.
That was good. Okay. You snuck and ate some chicken, and everybody know now. Everybody know you snuck and ate that chicken. So you a hashtag what, like on a low fake vegetarian? No, I'm just playing.
Right, I'll be sneaking in the chicken here and there. But
I don't see nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
I mean, different people are vegetarian for different reasons.
Sure.
Some people it's just totally a health decision. Some people it's because they don't believe in eating animals, anything with a spirit. They say, to me, everything has a spirit. Right. So I can't really get with that. But I'm trying to think if there's anything that people thought about me that I don't really know, because I've never been one to I have had months of time with no meat. Mm-hmm. I've done that, but I never promised to not go back, not to myself or not to anybody, because I like chicken. Yeah. I just like chicken. I like chicken. I like fish. I like freaking meat. So, and I don't eat a lot of it. Sure. I don't eat a lot. Bacon is the one. Oh man, I love me some freaking bacon. I don't eat pork.
Sure.
Most
of the time, I just don't. I do turkey products if I'm going to do something like that.
So you don't. When you say bacon, you're talking about turkey bacon, not pork bacon?
No, I'm saying I like some pork bacon, baby. But I don't make it for myself. But if somebody makes it, I'm like, I'll take a piece. You know, I will, even though I rarely, it's not something I eat. And so that is what's a treat to myself. That's a baddie to some people, you know, eating
Hey,
bacon.
I eat bacon.
Mm.
I eat pork. I ain't mad at it. It's okay. And I don't care. I'm not ashamed of it. I will eat the pork and I'll put it on my fork, as they say. So yeah. So something somebody doesn't know. I mean, I'm on a lifestyle change, but yeah, I'll be cheating. Yeah, you know, when the weekend comes, like, yeah, I'm gonna go eat some food and I'll pay for it later, but I do go eat my food and then they be like, oh, people like, you doing so good. I'll be like, I am. But that burger I ate last week and that milkshake I had, because that's exactly what I had on the weekend, burger and a milkshake.
Nice.
But then I'm gonna go exercise.
There you go. There you go. I ain't mad. I just want to say,
I think it's okay. I think that's the only way that I have been able to maintain a lifestyle change, is because if I feel like something, I eat it. You know, if I feel like it,
yeah,
I'm not gonna like whip myself for having a shake if I want a shake. Or like that daiquiri yesterday. I was like, yeah, I'll take that in the middle of the day.
She's like, yeah,
Sure.
I'll take that. Yeah.
But then there's months where I drink nothing. I mean, literal months or years for when it comes to bacon, because most people I know don't eat bacon, pork bacon.
Really?
But,
Most of you know, oh, we in a different circle, because the people I know, they eat some bacon.
yeah, most people I know do turkey or not at all. Hi, Earl. James says he loves his steak, loves bacon and eggs. He likes some bacon. Yeah.
So
what about you, Eddie?
Let's go from the.
I eat everything. No.
Well, here's the thing. First of all, I was a vegetarian before being a vegetarian was cool.
Okay.
That's because stamps didn't come until the end of the month, and it was like the middle of the month. So all we had was some old celery and stuff and whatever was, and so we was vegetarian. You had no choice. But then there was a time I went vegetarian. I forget her name, but I was vegetarian as long as she was around, and then since soon she wasn't around, I went to the drive-through. And then I just said,
good one, though. Disco, that is a good one. Like, you be around people and you be faking it.
I'll be faking it.
Oh yes, I'm a vegetarian.
But as soon as
if she believed you, that's what's hilarious to me.
She did believe me until she, I got saved that part for after dark. She's like, you smell like pork.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That smell. Oh wow.
Well, you'd have to understand why. Never mind. That's a whole.
Never mind.
Anyway.
I don't want to know. Nope. We'll leave that for after dark. Thank you very much.
Really.
Which I want to do another one sometime.
But then there was the time I just said the hell with it, and I've been vegetarian less since '92. I've been eating meat since '92, and I'm not going to stop. And might as well die something. Might as well die full and happy.
That's right. There's somebody I look up to, my old Tai Chi teacher, and he would always say stuff like, moderation, even with your moderation, type of thing. And there's a very disciplined person, but his idea was also like, man, you got to live a little, right? So, you're going to have that daiquiri, you're going to have the extra bacon on your burger, like life is for the living, and you might as well go live it. So
I do too many extracurricular activities on a daily basis for me not to eat a big old meat. And
I don't know. I just, like your guy said, that's how I believe. I mean, I've dealt with people that are so freaking militant, and it just turns me off.
Oh, totally.
I'm like, or people
they go
start judging you because you do this or do that. I'm like,
oh my God.
Yeah,
I'm not
you
tripping
ate a
on
ham sandwich, and I'm about to get another one. You want some? Don't listen.
Right.
It's always that dude that don't eat. I don't eat. But then as soon as you get to Thanksgiving dinner,
right,
the ham is gone. He's sitting there with shiny lips.
Right.
Don't you eat pork, cuz?
Yeah.
Oh, But my mama was cooking it. Oh, okay. So you only eat pork if somebody got you. Got you.
Yeah, I'm not one of those militant vegetarians, by the way. When I go out, my friends, they order whatever they want to eat, right? I order whatever I'm gonna eat, and I don't sit up there and be like, "Ew, you eating that," right? Because, like the world don't need any more judgment. I think we got enough of that, right? And
You know what? That's a good thing because I'm ignorant. I'll sit there right there with you with a big old 15-ounce burnt steak and be like, "You want some, guys? Oh, you don't know what you, man. It sucks to be you. You don't know what you miss.
Right, sure.
It's good eating."
Yeah. I when I was young, my roommate at the time, I stayed with her and her family for 2 months because it was right before I moved to New York City. I was raising money to live. I was close enough to New York so I could get into town, check it out, look for jobs, whatever. They were very strict vegetarians.
Oh wow.
Very, very, very strict vegetarians. And I was told as soon as I walked in the door, I was like, okay, take off your shoes and there will be no meat in this house. Don't even think about it. Don't buy nothing. Don't do it. Don't
Wow.
use our pans. Meat, no, no. If you want to eat meat, you got to find your way to it somewhere else, not in this house. I was like,
Wow.
damn, I have barely walked in the house. Thank you for those rules anymore.
You know why that's cruel?
Hmm.
You know why that was cruel? Because back then, wasn't no DoorDash.
I don't even think I would have been allowed to eat it in the house.
Right. You'd have to go somewhere else.
Well, that ain't no problem because I couldn't do other stuff in the house, so I would go take that and the food because that they go together. So, after you get finished extracurriculizing, you got to eat.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if he caught on yet. He's sitting there with his laugh, like, is he talking about? Yeah, bro, that's exactly what
he lives in California. Speaking of that, though, that's none of our business. I'm not going to ask you if you smoke weed. That's usually Eddie's job.
No, okay, I'm not going to ask you if you smoke it. I just want to know, do they got good weed where you live at?
Do they have good weed where I live at?
Yeah.
Best in the world.
Definitely.
Like this. I was in Jamaica. I'll never forget. I was in Jamaica a few years ago, and I in Jamaica, there's all folks who sell weed.
Yeah.
And his brother was like, yeah, man, I got some weed, blah blah blah. And then he goes, we're talking up. He's like, where you from? I'm like, I'm from Northern California. He's like, you're not gonna like this. I'm like, probably not, but it's okay.
I forgot.
It's
you
okay.
From the Bay Area.
Oh, I'm from the Bay, and
y'all grow that stuff in the backyard like it's like
it is the best by far.
And you know what?
The best.
And not only that, I come from a growing family. In other words, like my uncle got medicinal marijuana in Fresno County. So he went to city council, he petitioned, he had his plants, he did the whole thing. This is in the 90s, So this was before there was dispensaries and all of that stuff. So I have a very intimate knowledge of the of the culture.
Yeah, bro. It's good to know you.
Yeah, man. And my folks in Philly, I got some folks out in Philly named Hezekiah. We shot this video in Vegas, and I never forget, we partake. And then I had to remember, I'm used to smoking good quality, and he was just like, man, what is this? And anyway,
yeah, because we get that corner boy stuff from So anyway,
yeah.
We can do this for the next 2 hours.
Okay, we're not going to do that.
More after dark.
We're not. So tell us about you, because a lot of people listening in have not listened to the podcast. So tell us a little bit about your, we might as well dive into the music and stuff like that, because the meditation is important to me too. Sure. But I want you to get your words in, because this hour goes really fast. So tell us about all that.
Right on. I appreciate that. I'm Soul from the O. O is for Oakland, California, from the Bay Area. I've been doing music probably since I was maybe 13. I started off taking 2 short rhymes and rewriting those rhymes for myself and for my friends. And I've been thoroughly influenced by the Bay, the culture, multiple different kinds of music, from gospel, jazz, funk, R&B. And really, y'all, I feel blessed to be from here. this soil has really raised me. I imagine maybe this is how folks on the East Coast from like Philly or New York might talk, you know, being that there's so much art and culture from those places, right? You know, John Coltrane, I think, was from Philly, right? You know, and we know all the folks that came out of New York. That's how I feel here, like from going all the way back from like to Sly Stone, right, in the 70s, right, doing the music for all the Black Panther rallies in West Oakland, to like Too Short and Hammer and all this stuff. So I just kind of felt like that really like anybody can make it from here because we got good soil and water or something. Something must be in the air here for the creatives. But yeah, I've been doing music since then. I've rocked with hip hop bands. I've gone out with DJs and been to Atlanta, New York, and all around. Right now, I got a new album coming out called Queens and Pharaohs. It originally started off as a tribute to my parents, 4 years in the making, and 2 weeks after I got it done, my mother passed. So this album has kind of turned into somewhat of a tribute for her, although I didn't realize it was going to be a tribute for her. So my first single is Family Tree, which gets all into like my family connections and that sort of thing.
So is it rap, sing, or all of the above, or?
It's primarily hip hop rapping. I'm rapping. I did do a little singing in my earlier years, but you know, I'm no Keith Sweat.
So is it more like on a neo type of hip hop?
Yeah, think of it like kind of like West Coast Common. You know, I kind of describe myself, although I don't think I sound like Common or Common Sense. But I
understand what you're saying, like Common, the Roots, them type of cats.
Oh yeah, those cats are big in my world. You know, I know, Cindy, you said conscious rap. I guess you could kind of call it more like conscious rap. It's political, it's party sometimes, but it's more. I consider myself almost like a folk artist through hip hop. I'm telling stories. I'm trying to inspire. I'm really trying to inspire more than anything else. And so, yeah, that's a little bit about me. And yeah, that's my intro. So
we need more of that because I am so tired of hearing about I ain't got no panties on the dance floor. Like,
no, I know.
When I say conscious rap, I'm not really aware of all the genres and all the different things are called. But conscious rap to me means if you're talking about something besides effing and body parts,
right?
You know, if you're telling some stories about how, you know, inspiring stories or realistic, you know, wake up stories or anything, to me that is conscious rap. Anything that's talking about something in the lyrics, because so much of this mess don't say nothing at all. Really so, but I don't know if that's technically correct, but that's what I meant by that. Because
that is conscious rap. You hit the nail on the head anytime you're talking about, and even if you're talking about hoochie mamas and all that, and if you talk about how you progress from that or how you learn from that, whether like DMX, why do good girls like bad guys? Yeah,
yeah.
But in the same time, you're talking about I'm slipping, I'm falling. So you know, it can go either way. But if that's all you're talking about is, you know,
yeah. But you know,
and we've had that. We've had a little bit of that in the last few years. A little bit of a talking about nothing. Oh, you know, sliding up on poles and shit and stuff.
Oh, I think it's changing now. I think it's slowly progressing, and the music is changing. I can't say it's all that bad. That particular stuff is changing now. Yeah. And I think with the whole everybody able to do their own projects, being independent, you're able to hear a lot of different things. The music is out there. If you want it, it's there.
Just gotta do like Shelly always says, the music is out there. You just gotta do the work. It's not gonna come knocking on your door. You gotta actually go look for it. But the indie is the thing that's going on now, which I'm sure you're indie.
Oh yeah.
Indie is the way to go. Everybody's indie. There are no more gatekeepers. There's no more music.
You gotta get through somebody's A&R.
Yeah, there's no more A&R. There's no more there. All you need.
But the thing is, it is A&Rs. It's not that there's no more. There are definitely A&Rs. I mean, one from Philadelphia is amazing in itself, which is.
You don't need them as much. Put it that way, like you used to.
But they do. They rely on the A&Rs. It's just that the A&Rs aren't signing what you think they should be signing.
Well, look. Okay, look at people like.
They're the ones that's saying, all right,
But
yeah,
look
we
at
just
people
want to make
like
the money.
her or Chance the Rapper, people like that that never instill like the days is different. All you need is a SoundCloud account, Mixcloud account, or a good YouTube account.
Yeah. And you got to go viral, right?
And you got, and that's the number one thing. You gotta go viral. You gotta find that. You gotta find your niche that makes it so that people, what's going to catch? You gotta be able to catch like anything else, and that's the way an independent can go major. What's the bull? I think it's a white guy, or he looks mixed or something. He's got curly hair. That he decided to go all independent. He even had to deal with the label. You know what that is? He went viral. He's very known, well known. But he decided.
It's not Russ.
Russ.
Yeah, Russ. Yeah. And I heard him talking about going to the bank to get a loan and for his project. And he was like, the bank's loan terms are better than a record label's loan terms.
Yeah, and that's real.
Masters, I just pay interest and then I keep moving, So yeah.
And look at the chain smoke.
Clearly he's a different, you know what I mean? I don't know if we going in there getting our loans like in that. Clearly he had some financial advisory that allows him to do those type of things. But
look at groups like the Chainsmokers. They actually won a Grammy. They won 2 Grammys, I believe. Yeah. And never was signed by nobody. It was all they actually all their numbers came from YouTube.
But the thing to remember is you will need money. And don't let nobody in this world tell you that you're not going to make it without money. You want to be an independent and to be a major independent, it's going to take you some money. You're going to have to invest a lot of money into your craft. So if you're trying to start off, you need to start off, what you think? With at least 100,000 to just even pour in. What you think?
I don't think it's that much. I think what people need is, I think all people need is a job that covers their basic needs, right? Because it's hard to hustle music if you can't like eat or pay for your rent. So if you have enough to at least do that, now you got something, right?
You could do it,
right? Go ahead.
You could pretty much do a campaign show for like five grand.
No. I'm talking about like suppose. What you think that boy Russ went into the bank? You think he went in there and got a little bit of money? What you think he?
Oh no, he went in there and probably got like $100K to cover some other stuff,
And you know why he got $100K? You know why he had to get $100K? Because if we start basic and you say $5,000, it'll run out like that. If you say if I get a loan for $100K, then I put a marketing plan together that includes all my videography, all my stuff, all these things that you're gonna need. And then put some ads. He did some advertising. He did some Facebook ads, some Instagram ads. He did his ads. So you need about a good $100K. That's my thoughts.
No, it depends. It really depends on who you're working with. Like, for instance, I had a budget done because I want to get one done. I just do. So I know I have musicians. I know I have producers. I know I have all this. I have studio. And because I have those people that I know personally, it's not going to cost me as much. So the budget we came up to was $52,000, and 23 of it was actual production. All the rest was marketing. You got to have a good chunk of money for marketing if you want to be heard.
Yes.
And it's not going to be less than $27,000 to $30,000 for that.
Yeah.
Now, if you just want to go just do some music, you can, but that stuff might be better than anybody you've ever heard, but nobody's going to hear it if you don't put some money into the marketing side of it, because there's too many people out there that are good, that have great music that never get heard. But the reason why is because they don't have those marketing dollars. That costs more than production.
Yes.
And now, if you're trying to go big time, with the big producers and the big musicians, then you're going to need a couple $100,000 easily just to pay them, But if you're like me, like I'm lucky, y'all, I had Danny Pickering on, I had Janice Dempsey. They work with some big, they do big stuff, but they love me. So they're willing to work with me. They're going to bring in their musicians so they can pay them less, even though they're as good. I mean, they're, so it's about that contact. It's about that connection. If you have those kind of connections, if you don't, it's going to cost you at least 100, depending on the level of talent you bring into it, but more than anything, it's the marketing dollars. That's what it's like with movies. We've been talking about that lately. I've been so frustrated in some movies I've been in, because they have all this money for talent. They have all this money for production and zero money for post. So the sound is terrible. The score is horrible. The color is all off. They do nothing when it comes to the post production, and that's where your money goes. If you want people to think this thing costs more than $1,000,
Right.
you got to put some money into the post, or it's gonna look like crap. It's the same with music, and also marketing dollars for that.
Yeah.
Marketing dollars. You gotta pay. Ain't nothing free unless God wills it for you to go viral without any effort on your part, and that has happened too.
Sure.
Yeah.
No, you raised a good point.
Speaking of marketing, it is break time, but I suggest we keep on going.
Yeah, so that's why I didn't say anything, because it's too interesting.
If I could just jump in right quick, something else to know about the reason why marketing is so important is I saw a stat that said every week Spotify gets 20 to 30,000 new singles, right? So you have 20 to 30,000 new singles coming out all the time, right? And here's me with my record, or you with your record. And then there's like Kendrick Lamar. And then there's like, these big acts. So it's like you're competing with like big acts, small acts, lesser known acts, and
terrible acts.
20,000 songs a week is a lot, and there's a lot of noise, and we have our cell phones, so we're constantly distracted. So actually getting somebody to just, like, for instance, I have a whole album that's done and I'm not even releasing it. I'm just putting out a single, then I'm finishing up another video, put out another single. Once I drop 4 singles, then I'm like, boom, here goes the album, because I know people's attention span is like that, right? So just trying to play it that way. But you're right, it's like you have to market yourself. I find myself doing more marketing, or just as much marketing as I do music, and that's kind of frustrating. Like I'm like studying like Google AdWords and demographics numbers, and like, what is my demographic? Oh, it might be literally 25-year-olds to 59-year-olds in this part of the world, and just really honing in on that. But you're right, it's like without that, it's just me and my homeboy.
You just shooting the stuff, because honestly, it's probably not. I mean, I have some songs out there ain't nobody ever heard. Ain't nobody ever heard them, because there was no marketing dollars put behind them. So, every once in a while somebody will be like, oh my God, I hear a song. I'm like, yeah, I did that about 10 years ago. It's like,
I feel like before the internet really was big, everybody was who's who.
Right.
But since the internet, and now that you have so many options and streaming options or whatever, now it's all who that, because it's just triple.
Yeah.
The internet has given people a voice, whether it be just talking or speeches or music or whatever. Everybody got something to say, and everybody's on the internet. So now your options have quadrupled. You look at the Grammys, you look at the Oscars and whatnot. You got all these now recipients, and you got all these, because you got what you got. You got Hulu, you got Netflix, you got Prime. Everybody's in the streaming business. There's 10 times more options. So which says to me as an artist, because for those of y'all that don't know, DJs are artists. We really are.
I was about to say, in my head, I was like, "Are you an artist? Did you go? I'm a rapper all of a sudden." I was a little, I was like, "Oh my God, should I say something? Like, when did you become an artist?"
No, you can say something, and I'll give you my rebut. We really are.
Oh, okay,
definitely. I agree.
Especially those who do the type of DJing that I do. When you're a showcase DJ, when you're a battle, yes, you are performing.
Yeah,
you're really performing. But the thing about it is, you have so many more options out there now that you have to give people a reason to not scroll past you. Because like you said, people's attention span is like that, because they have so many options. They'll be watching something on TikTok, and go right to the next video.
Yeah.
That's why I do one
That's why
minute
I was
video.
going to say that. That's why I send it finally. I'm so grateful that you found her voice. It's basically finding your voice in that thing that people want to know about. And that's, of course, they want to know about the show business. Who wouldn't want to know, like, what was it like that is the number one thing. That thing can make you go viral. Like if you really to say, if you say, hey, I want to do showbiz sin and I want to make it a business. And that's the thing that we forget about when you're doing music down there. Oh, it's all a business. So we have to learn how to do business first. Like we got to really be a business. We got to do everything. Like when we sit down with a client, when I sit down with a client, it's like first thing we're doing, all right, what's your avatar? What's your plans? And you got to come up with these particular plans just like it. So the same thing with Showbiz Sin. You could do the same thing, sit it down as a business and then turn it into a curriculum and then actually get paid for it, because I hope that's our next step. Look, all right, you see what I just said? I hope that's our next step because that's the truth. You gotta really, because you can make it. You really don't have to go to work. I mean, I know it's not for everybody, but certain people don't have to go to work. What you got to do is go to work on yourself. You got to work on this as a business. You got to learn it. Like, you got to eat, sleep, and like, all right, I'm gonna learn marketing. And if I don't know it, who do I have to team up with? Who am I going to team up with to get this marketing done? Look, my marketing, your marketing, my artistry. We come on. Let's be a couple. Why don't you be my couple?
My thing is, what I've recognized and noticed throughout, my time at a certain level in entertainment is you have a lot of mediocre talent out there that is huge, that is showcased, that is shown simply because they're mediocre, they know they got to work the business side. So they work their tail off. Where you have your artists who are so good that they think their talent is enough. Right. It is not even a fourth of it. It's the least important thing to getting it out there and being seen. I mean, if you're just doing it for your own spiritual development, then amen. Right. But if you're doing it to make a career out of it, you have to participate in the business. Or you will be set to the side and no one will ever know you did it. And that's okay too. You know what I'm saying? Right. So like, I remember there was some actors like Arnold Schwarzenegger say, people used to be like, how in the world has he become such a huge star? He's a great personality, but he's not a great actor. How did he become? It's because of the business, because he had a whole machine working behind him to create that persona to appeal to people. Right. And so he became a millionaire being the same guy in every movie he's ever done. It doesn't matter what kind of movie. He has always been the same. He was Terminator. He was in a comedy as a kindergarten or cop or whatever that stuff is called. He's always Arnold. Right. But he's got that business happening for him. Yeah. So you can be if you're an artist, you have to find a way, either find someone to work with or find a way to make sure that side of things is taken care of, or you'll be out there killing yourself to work and you'll never be seen. That's right. And then it's like that for art, visual arts, for dance, for any creative art.
For media, anything you do. Everything you do has to have a thing that has to be seen, and it can be work. There's people I know that like there's a guy out here in Philly called Son of the 215. A year ago when I did an interview with him, he was working a 9 to 5, but he found the way to learn this craft, but the business of it. So now he don't have to work his 9 to 5. He went all in, and he created all these different avenues to make the money to make sure that he's making this a career. And you got to go, he went all in. So it's possible.
Yeah. No, it's
like Doja Cat. She's the perfect example. Yeah. Doja Cat came out of freaking nowhere. But you know what? She was doing these little freaking weird, horrible videos that I was very insulted by. I really did not like them. I thought they were degrading to women. She did this moo, but she knew it would appeal to somebody, and it did. It appealed to men. They're like, yeah, women are cows. Come on, let me suck your udder. You know what I'm saying? Let me suck your udder. But that she appealed to a group of people that took her and made her a massively huge star.
But it took them a while. but it took her, like, the thing is, they think it's overnight, but she was grinding for a while.
Yep.
She has been grinding for years doing those videos. She's been independent, grinding. And so that one day, it feels like it's overnight, but it's that one day it caught. But she was grinding with those videos for years and years. You're like, anybody never heard of Dojo Cat, but independently they did. I know my nephew, like, even before she became this person that we know, he was on her years ago. Like, she independent, but I think she dope. I think her videos is dope. He was always on it, but that one day, and it makes it feel like it was an overnight success. So you got rappers and singers and out here thinking you can really become an overnight success, but it's some grind in it. It's a lot of grind in this work. And I mean, I see
doing it. You doing it. You grinding.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Oh,
you're a perfect example of that. Yeah. How many albums have you done?
I've done 5 records so far.
Yeah.
And I have this record. I got another record in progress with the DJ. I am so excited about this record, by the way. I'm doing with this guy named DJ Plattern. We got a co-sign by some big hip hop folks on the East Coast here out of New York. I can't even talk about it, but I am so excited. But all that to say, it has been a grind. You know, this is for me, honestly, like, I got kids, I got a family, you know, so I get up early in the morning. I'm writing rhymes from like 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. You know what I mean? I'm doing this at night, you know, I'm doing it in all these different places. But all that to say, as part of the grind, I'm realizing, like you're saying, Cinda, it's all about the business. And like DJ Kid Disco said, it's like now with the streaming services, for one song I was reading, there are like somewhere like 5,000 revenue generating opportunities for every song you create. And so it's like, oh snap, I need to make sure that I turn over 5,000 stones to make sure that my song gets put in these different avenues. But that is a grind. And but I'd have it no other way, to be honest with you, because it's like I get to build my thing versus building somebody else's thing. Right. When I go to work, I know I'm definitely building somebody else's thing and it's not mine, you know. So at the end of the day,
but at least you're doing something that pays you well, because a lot of artists will get caught up in working at Starbucks. I mean, no diss to Starbucks. Thank God for some coffee once in a while. But that you're having to work constant hours to be able to pay your $2,000 rent. You know what I'm saying? And you run out of time for the artistic pursuits and the passionate pursuits. Was you made yourself, you gave yourself the ability to do something that could pay you a decent fee, so that you could afford the time to do your passion.
Sometimes in this business, as he said on the podcast, you have to have a Clark Kent.
Yeah,
right. You have to have a Clark. I had a Clark Kent. My Clark Kent, until my vision went back, my Clark Kent was building engineer. I had to, during it, you still got to pay the bills, like you said. That, and I've been grinding for about 3 decades now.
Yeah.
But you still need that Clark Kent, unless you cross that plateau.
Yeah.
So Malik says, great music video. So you obviously have a music video out. Let me finish reading what they said. James said, great topic. Michael Larkin says, hi, everyone. Great topic. Hi, you guys. So where can we find your music video? Just YouTube or Venmo? Or I mean, not Venmo.
No. I'm on YouTube. If you go on YouTube and you just search, if you search Soul from the O, you should find me. If you search Soul, SOUL 11525, you will definitely find me. And that's my social media handle on a few different platforms. But yeah, you can definitely find me there, and Instagram, Facebook, all those good spots.
So Soul 11525.
Yep.
All right, I put it out there.
Thank you.
Will Serve is clapping. Wonderful job. All right, cool. So, okay, so you got the music videos. Have you ever included your family in your video stuff at all?
So, my latest video, I have my family in it. So via pictures. So I call Family Tree. So me and the folks, Hezekiah, shout out to Hezekiah from Philly. We shot a video for this single in Vegas. And in that video, I have a bunch of old school photos all throughout that. And there's stuff from like me as a kid, my parents when they were teenagers, and aunts and uncles and that sort of thing. So yeah. But yeah, that's been
All right.
yeah.
Oh, cool. I always love it to include. I know some people are like, keep the family out of stuff. Oh my gosh, I heard a story about a big star the other day. Oh my gosh, I was on somebody else's show that was related to a big star. It hurt my heart because he was saying how he literally has destroyed other family members' careers because he didn't want to share the spotlight. And it was someone I kind of like always respected. And I mean, this person was he was just venting, telling me all these horror stories about what this guy has done to stop his family. I'm like, why would you want to be the only one?
Wow.
Why wouldn't you push your kid? What?
You saying why, but you understand like the jealousy in life. Like we act like that just because it's family, but you act like the jealousy in life doesn't exist. Jealousy is existed from the beginning. Jealousy, envy, pride, all those things that make up people. And it's like, why? Well, that same person who got on was probably just one of those people who were a jealous person. Now we know jealous people,
Yeah, I don't know. If you've had the success of this person, I mean, this person has had a dream a career to dream about.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're that big.
Wow.
And they would stop their cousins. That one of the stories was this person got a job on this series that this guy wasn't even on anymore. And he went back and said, nah, I don't want him on the show. And they took him off because he's got that kind of power.
Wow.
It just hurt me. It made me sad because I thought, I don't know why this guy would make it up. He was talking about his family. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why he would make it up. He just was kind of like venting to me. And I was like, why do people think this is my job? Why do they think this is my job? I'm not a therapist.
Because you have that
$150 an hour. Come on,
you got that energy. You got the energy. You got the psychotherapist energy.
It's like, I'm not this person. Please, okay. How about $100 an hour for this session?
Like the entertainment therapist.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's just the mellow. But anyway. So, well, cool. So you guys, please listen to Family Tree and all his new music on YouTube because, I think you're great. I love your song and I love the music that you got coming out of you and the fact that you're responsible family man, taking care of your business, taking care of your spiritual life too, and, that's a nice whole type of being.
I know. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate the time and for being on the show, y'all. I really do. It's good to
think we got like 8 more minutes. So anybody
nice.
Hey, you want to throw a little quick session in there or segment in there, kid? We got a
You know what?
minutes.
I gotta be honest with you. I got nothing because what we
got nothing
was just that.
I got a question. Okay. Somebody asked me. Oh my God, I think she's outside. She asked me. She said, "How do you feel about?" You're in a relationship and you being friends with all your exes. How do you feel about that? And I feel like it shouldn't be a problem that you should be friends with all your exes, and even though you're in a relationship.
Man, that's a loaded one. I mean, okay. On one hand, your relationship should be secure enough that shouldn't matter, right?
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, if you entertain some of these exes too much, it could also be a sign that you're still holding on to, past stuff, So I think that's a case by case basis, and it depends on how many exes.
But what is it the type person that just?
I'm sorry.
What is it the type person that just are friends with your exes? Period. No ulterior motives. Nothing. You just
a friend with it. You just one of those friendly people with exes.
I think that could work. Could work.
How about this? How about this though? You ever feel like people have kids with people, right? Like you date someone and they have kids, right? And they have kids' mothers or kids' fathers, whoever it is, right? So you're asking me or whoever to accept I have kids and I have baby mamas or baby daddies. and I gotta accept that you're not doing anything with the baby mama, baby daddy. So why should it be any difference? That means you still got to be friends with the baby mama, baby daddy, right? So why can't someone who just doesn't have kids with somebody be friends? So it's the same type of trust to me. That's my thought.
No, I feel that. But I guess what I'm saying is I think it depends on the relation, it depends on the connection. I know there's people who have strictly platonic relationships with their exes, and it ain't no thing. And there's people who have co-parenting, collaborative situations, right, where they're talking to their baby daddy, the baby mama, that's cool. But I think it's just a case-by-case basis.
But I think whoever it has a problem with it, they need to discuss that issue with the mirror, because that's a them thing.
You think so?
Yeah. Unless you're blatantly just disrespect, you on some other stuff, but just to be friends with your ex,
Right.
There's a difference between friends and acquaintances, though. How much of a friend are you? Are you the type of friend that I might call to talk about my man? You know what I'm saying? We kind of mentioned this the other day, last week or so. What does friend mean? I have male acquaintances that I care for very deeply. But honestly, every man that I've had a relationship with besides my baby daddy, it's over when it's over. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. Yeah. It's over when it's over. Now, my ex-husband and my daughter's father, before we were together, he was the best producer I ever worked with. He's the best producer I ever worked with. So I send him work all the time. If something comes, I send him work because I'm like, whatever.
He's a music producer?
No, he's an entertainment lawyer and a film producer. And so I'm like, whatever, if somebody comes to me looking for a live producer or somebody I always suggest him. Why? Not because he was my ex, no, not because we're friends, because we're not. We're co-parents, and whatever money he makes will eventually go to my daughter. So I'm trying to help him as much as I help myself.
And I can. You know what? It goes back to what he was saying, case by case. And I just throw this out. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. I just throw this out. Me and my kid's mom are the best friends. Y'all know that. Both of them. But she's been married for the last 25 years. Loves her husband to death. And me and him are friends.
Exactly.
So it's really case by case.
Right. And when I would be cool if my man had a friend, a really good friend, as long as she's a good friend to me too. You know what I'm saying? If she's a good friend to me, then we can all be friends together. I am not jealous like that. Right. Just because y'all were together 20 years ago does not matter to me. That's just, but not everybody's like that. And sometimes, unfortunately, women, men alike, when they see happiness in a couple, they get really drawn to try to get in between that mess, and so you just have to be conscious of who it is you're allowing into your space. And
I also think it's important to be careful who you allow into your space, and be careful who you then go to and talk about your relationship business.
We just had that conversation last week.
You go to an ex talking about, my current thing is kind of whatever. What they gonna do? If they're a good person, they're gonna be like, hey, you need to go talk to them, get counsel, whatever. But most people, not most people, but there are a lot of people who still got hold on to old feelings, and then they start being like, well, I'd never do you like that.
I never do that.
Well, you could do better.
I never do that for you. You know what I mean? I'm still here for you. If you need a little something to talk to, you want to come over?
What you want to do? No, not gonna open that door.
I'll cook something for you. You want to come over?
As soon as you get there, conveniently all the light bulbs them blew out. Yeah.
Oh man. Oh my bad. I'm changing them light bulbs, but sit down right now.
I used to turn the heat up to like 80, so they would have to. Oh my God, it's hot here. Yeah, I know.
You are such a nut. What in the world?
All right, y'all. Well, we got 1 minute left, so that was a good one. Thank you, Shelly. You need to be prepared, DJ Kid Disco. Anyway.
I wasn't even prepared to be here today. I thought it was going to be.
This is true. Okay. You're forgiven. Anyway. Thank you, Soul from the O, for gracing us with your presence, and congratulations on everything you're doing and going to do. We're going to support you, Soul from the O. Everybody, check them out. Kid, you got something you want to share? Anything coming up?
Yeah, next Thursday.
Okay.
First Thursday of the month.
First Thursday of the month, Melanated Morning Show. We coming back, and Siobhan's coming.
No, but we will have a guest.
Your friend. Okay.
Dr. Siddiqui.
Dr. Siddiqui's coming on.
Dr. Siddiqui Che Baye. He actually has a show on the Grown Folks Radio, and he's going to come and hang out with us. And he has a PhD in religion and Black studies. So
nice.
Cool. That's going to be a good show. So everybody, please, next Thursday, first Thursdays of the month, we always do our Melanated Morning Show, and this time we're going to have Dr. Siddiqui on.
We're bringing DJ J Rock back. I'm sorry, Cece.
Oh, DJ J Rock. Okay, yes. So was that going to be a 2-hour show? That sounds like a 2-hour show. That ain't no 1-hour show.
No, we're doing an hour and a half, 90 minutes.
Okay, cool. All right, cool. All right, and then Shelly Show, you got something you want to share besides Instagram? Shelly Show, wait.
You can follow me on Instagram, but we do have this October 1st, which is the Uppity Awards. DJ Gary O is receiving. I believe he'll be there. I think he may be receiving something special. Of course, the Fame Awards. It's going to be great. Uppity Awards. That's this Saturday. Of course, Single on the Saturday Night is coming back October 22nd. Yay, we're coming back. So yeah, but follow me. I'll talk about everything on Instagram at Shelly Show Williams. So you can find out there. Yeah.
All right. And y'all, I'm gonna tell you from my perspective, check out Shelly's TikTok. She really shares some very, very interesting and helpful, inspiring thoughts and comments. I think you need to check her out on TikTok. Also Showbiz and for me and Walking Meditations. I do that on TikTok. I share it on Instagram, but I sure appreciate some follows. So come there. This week on the PPC podcast, I have a young journalist, Brandon Turner, who's going to be joining us Friday on Spotify, Anchor, Apple Podcasts, and more. And then, of course, he'll be on next Wednesday when I'm in another location, getting around. All right, y'all. Love you so much. Thank you, everyone, for listening in. Thank you, Will. Thank you for being with us today, James, Earl, Ramon, anyone else that I did not mention. Thank you so much for your comments and joining us. And God bless you all. Until next time, that's a wrap.
That's a wrap. I got to squint real quick. Hi, y'all.